Okay, guys, this is from last Saturday. I want to make sure you get this video here. You know, the type of energy that he's giving, it's contagious. I mean, it really is. I mean, and hopefully you guys have the type of program where your coaches are encouraging you and wanting you to get out there on the field as much as possible. You know, this kind of energy is just awesome. Too many times, kids are restricted. So don't feel like don't feel like you're restricted to always improve. He's talking about using his back half. Think about that, guys. He's not cutting himself off. See where his toes are in relationship to that chalk line? He's able to take the ball the opposite field that way, up the middle, and he's able to pull it. He's getting that backside, and he's repeating that movement over and over and over again every time. You can see the energy and the charge he's putting in on the bat, through the bat to the ball. It's a pretty violent collision when everything's going together. Now, I mean, we're going to go back and look at some of your swings. All right. Again, the type of energy you're putting out. You put out this energy in practice, your teammates are going to see it, and, you're going to either pull people with you or you're going to bore them to tears. I mean, it's just, there's not much of a middle ground there. Making sure you're hitting that inside seam and trying to take the ball right up the middle. John, I'd like to see you get your heel, your front heel down like that right there more consistently. Okay? And that back leg needs to come under you more so that your hips aren't going forward. And if you go back and look earlier, you can see Nick Swisher's hips are staying behind, that center line. If you draw a line through the center of your body, his hips are staying back. Tee work and soft toss from the front are the best ways to really work on your mechanics. You definitely don't want to overspin there, Ty, but you definitely want to make sure you're getting your hips in. You want to make sure you're really driving that front shoulder down to the ball. Just keeping your backside up is going to do that. I want you to get a little bit better extension on that. That kind of a finish, the beginning of your swing right there is looking much better, but the finish is just not there. You've got to push through instead of your hands pulling over towards the third base dugout. You got to push them through towards the pitcher. And I've got a clip at the very end of this for both you guys, because both of you do it. And as soon as you make contact, your bat just kind of sweeps on through back towards first base coach. What I want you to do is your hands really push forward another 10 or 15%, towards so you kind of short-armed it on that one. It's kind of like a lazy right arm, lazy left arm to a lefty, and, kind of a lazy right arm to, unless the ball's away from you, you don't get your hands pushed through. If the ball's inside, are you really crushing and pushing through, or are you just kind of letting your arms stay bent and pushing it towards the first base? Until you really slow it down, you really don't see it. Now, this is an old, go back and look at this video and see if you're really making any improvement. Are you getting worse because you're thinking about other things? And that can happen, but you still got to work through it. Getting better extension right there. Get the legs right, then get your hands right. But it really comes down to making good motor skills. Keep your hips away from your foot. Keep them back, and then drive that back hip through the ball. Okay, guys, hey, I want y'all to have this kind of energy. Hey, good luck this year.